mean for the pro-life movement?
Well, the way I think it's a very good question. The way I think about it is when it comes to our relationship to all of these political identities is to have a sense of engaged distance where we are involved with Caesar and appealing to Caesar. We don't ever belong to Caesar, so that becomes very clear here. So I think it's great for President Trump to come to the March for Life. I think it would be great for any president of the United States to come to the March for Life and to give greetings, so long as it's very clear we're hearing from somebody and speaking to somebody. That doesn't mean that the entire movement hangs or falls on this one personality, whatever you think of the personality. I think a good example for that would be in my Baptist tradition back in the 18th century. A lot of Baptist preachers were engaged with Thomas Jefferson, with James Madison, people that they could agree with on religious liberty and some other issues, and say we want to work together where we can on those things, and then we'll work apart on some things where we can't agree on. Now, we're in a very different time now, where political identity has become such a religion that it's almost unheard of for someone to say, I agree with this person on this, this, and this, and not on this, this, and this. Instead, everything is about who am I with on Facebook all of the time. That's, I think, a very dangerous place for the church to be wherever there are. So what we need for the pro-life movement is for elected officials to be in conversation with the pro-life movement consistently, and we need a pro-life movement that transcends those politicians as well. So what we have to have with the pro-life movement is pro-life people who are committed to the unborn who might not agree on Donald Trump. Because if the pro-life movement is all dependent on what somebody thinks about Donald Trump, or what somebody thought about George W. Bush, or what somebody thinks about Barack Obama, then that means you actually don't have a pro-life movement, you just have those political movements. So I think a sign of health in the pro-life movement would be a pro-life movement that's able to say, people who are able to say, I love Donald Trump and I support Donald Trump, but I'm glad you don't, the person who's with me, because we're together on this issue. And somebody who can say, I don't like Donald Trump, I didn't vote for Donald Trump, I wouldn't vote for Donald Trump, but we're with him on this. And so we're glad to have the President of the United States here. I think that sort of maturity isn't the kind of America we're living in right now. But I think that what the world really needs from Christianity is the ability to say, we need some elected leaders. We need to support them when we can. We need to pray for them always. We need to show them the appropriate amount of honor. We don't belong to any of them. And so we pray that you'll do well. We hope you do the right thing. When you do, we're going to be glad. When you don't, we're not going to be shocked and crushed, because we need a mayor, we need a police chief, we need a state senator, we need a president, we need Supreme Court justices. We have a Messiah already. He's feeling fine, and we're going to move forward. I think that's really the way to go. But I don't think, I think that as long as the pro-life movement is able to say, we're glad to hear from our president today, glad that the president wants to come, glad that other elected officials want to come and speak, and we're glad for things that a lot of them are doing. We're bigger than that, though. I think that's a good place to be.
Other questions?